The door is right there, 20 feet. I have my bag, I have my keys. On my desk behind me, there is a Payday envelope I will not be opening because I already know what is in it. On my phone, there's a draft email. One click from sent. I am not shaking. I want you to understand that. I am not angry. Not in this moment. I am something colder than angry. I am done. But let me back up, because the ending does not make sense without the beginning. And the beginning is where I spent a very long time pretending I was wrong. My name is Charlotte. I worked in the sales division of a mid-sized logistics company for 3 years. I was good at my job. My numbers were clean. My clients renewed. I never had a reason to look too hard at my paycheck until I did. And once I looked, I could not stop. This is not a story about a blow-up. There was no screaming, no confrontation in the parking lot, no dramatic speech. This is a story about a spreadsheet. Let me tell you how I got here. For most of those 3 years, I liked it. Genuinely liked it. The office was open plan, loud on good days, loud in a good way. We had a real sales team, 7 of us. We ran accounts, handled renewals, chased outbound leads. The commission structure was the draw. Base was fine, but the commissions were why people stayed. The structure was simple: close a deal above a certain threshold, you earn a percentage. Renew a client at full rate, you earn a smaller percentage. It was all in the comp plan. We had signed it. We all knew our targets. Marcus Webb was our manager. He had been there longer than any of us. He talked about culture constantly, team trust, shared wins, rising tides. Every all hands he mentioned the word integrity at least twice. I wrote it down once, twice in November, 3 times in December. I thought it was a tick. The first time the numbers did not add up, I was sure I had miscounted. It was a Thursday in February. I had closed a renewal, a solid one, a client I had been nursing, back from the edge of cancellation for 4 months. I knew the deal size. I had run the commission calculation myself, the way I always did, on a notepad before the paycheck hit. The check was short, not by a lot. $87. I stared at it. I told myself I'd made an error. I put the notepad away. A month later, I closed 2 new accounts in the same week. Big week. I was proud of it. I told my partner about it at dinner. My commission check came. I ran the calculation again. $162 short. This time, I did not put the notepad away. I want to be precise about this because the precision is the point. I did not go to HR. I did not ask Marcus. I did not mention it to anyone on the team. What I did was pull data. We had access to our own sales records through the CRM. Every deal I had closed for 3 years, date, deal size, client name, category. I exported everything. Then I pulled my payroll records, every pay stub for the same period, saved as PDFs in a folder. I had been meaning to delete for 2 years. I am glad I did not. I built a spreadsheet. Column A, deal date. Column B, deal size. Column C, what my commission should have been, per the signed comp plan. Column D, what I was actually paid. Column E, the variance. I ran it for 3 months first. February, March, April. Then I ran it for 6. Then I ran it for the full year. The gap was not random. It was not rounding errors or a formula mistake in payroll. The pattern was consistent. Every deal above a certain size, my payout was short by approximately 3 to 4%, not 2%, not 5, 3 to 4 every time, like something had been trimmed. I sat with that for a long time. Then I thought about my team. The 7 of us had roughly similar deal sizes, similar structures, similar comp plans. If this was happening to me, it was happening to them. I could not see their pay stubs, but I knew their close rates. I watched the same Commissions hit the same pay periods. There was one more thing. Marcus had started driving a new car in October. A lease, I assumed. He had mentioned payments once offhand. It was not a cheap car. I am not saying that is evidence. I am saying I noticed it. So I kept building. I added a second sheet. I pulled the department's published sales totals, the ones Marcus sent out every month in a summary email, which I had saved, all of them, in a folder labeled Team Updates. I cross-referenced the team's total closed revenue against the total commission payout line in the monthly departmental budget report, which was shared with team leads. That document had two numbers that should have tracked each other. They did not track each other. Over 18 months, there was a gap of approximately $41,000 between what the commission pool should have been and what had been distributed. I did not confront Marcus. Not then, not ever. He gave a speech at the all-hands meeting that month, standing at the front of the conference room, slides behind him, talking about trust, about how a team that trusts each other is a team that wins together, about integrity. I counted, he said, integrity 4 times. I saved the meeting notes. I picked the date 3 weeks out, the last Friday of the month, Payday Friday. I had reasons for that, and they were not sentimental. Direct deposits for our office hit at 9 a.m. I wanted everyone to have already received their pay before anything else happened. I did not want my action to complicate anyone else's check. That was important to me. My resignation letter was written. 1 paragraph, effective immediately, no explanation, no accusations. That was its job, to be clean. The accusations were in a different document. At 8:55 a.m., I was at my desk, bag already packed and sitting against the wall behind me. Payday envelope on the desk. I had not opened it, and I would not. The email was already composed. I had spent 2 evenings getting it exactly right. Subject, commission discrepancy, documentation enclosed, body, 3 sentences. I had identified a pattern of discrepancies between our team's closed revenue and commission payouts over the past 18 months. The attached spreadsheet documents, the variance by pay period. I am providing this to HR finance leadership and my teammates for review. That was it. No accusations by name, no threats, just a subject line, 3 sentences, and a 41-page attachment. The attachment was clean, color-coded, column headers bolded, every data source cited in a footer, CRM export, date stamped, pay stubs referenced by pay period, budget, summary, emails listed by month. The variance column was highlighted in a muted yellow, not red, yellow. I wanted it to look like a document, not an accusation. It was an accusation. Recipients, the HR director, the CFO, the department VP, and all 7 sales reps on my team. Marcus was not on the list. At 9:01 a.m., direct deposits had cleared. At 9:02 a.m., I hit send. I stood up. I picked up my bag. I walked toward the door. Behind me, I could already hear the sound of phones, the ambient chirp of notifications, the shift in the room's energy that happens when something moves fast through a group. Marcus's office was to my left. I did not look at it. At 9:04 a.m., his office phone rang. I was already in the elevator. I never raised my voice, not once, not ever in this whole story. 3 weeks. That is how long it took for the situation to move from email received to manager, on administrative leave, pending investigation. I know because 2 people on my team texted me. I was not involved. I had no role in what happened after I left that office. The documentation spoke without me. That was the point. An outside audit firm was brought in to review 18 months of payroll records against sales actuals. 2 of my former teammates received back payments within the first week. Not large amounts individually, but real. And the audit was ongoing. I do not know exactly how it ends for Marcus Webb. That part is not mine to own. What I own is this. I started a new role. The following Monday, I was prepared for that interview because I had spent the previous 3 weeks preparing for it, quietly the same way I had spent the weeks before, that building a spreadsheet quietly. I was never loud about any of it. Loudness was not the tool. The tool was documentation. The tool was patience. The tool was understanding that a system designed to steal from you quietly can be dismantled quietly with the right receipts in the right hands at the right time. I stood at that door with my bag on my shoulder, and I did not feel triumphant. I felt finished. There is a difference. Triumph is noisy. Finished is quiet. Every secret has a price. Marcus paid his.